If you are curious to hear what I picked up from an indie brand, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time here on HMM Makeup, then welcome. I am pretty excited because I barely get anything makeup-wise these days. I did shop the Sephora sale. If you want a video on everything I picked up in the sale, let me know in the comments, please. If I get enough requests, I will do that. In this case, I like to showcase indie brands whenever I can on the channel, so that is what I'm doing today. So again, leave me a comment if you want me to show you everything I got from Sephora during the sale. And after that, of course, what you are looking for in content-wise on this channel. But today is indie brand, and I have one box because it is from one single brand. I have really slowed down a ton my makeup purchases. I really am curating my collection at this point because I do have a lot of makeup and I do enjoy this channel a huge amount. I will continue to be here, but I'm not going after as many products as I would have, say, 3 years ago. So we're going to look at what is in this box. If you're interested, just keep watching. Okay, I have the box that you saw earlier. I have it with me, and let's just get into this brand. Now, this is an indie brand called Coloured Raine. I think Coloured Raine is well known in the beauty space as an indie brand of long duration already, and I am very happy to have placed an order with them. I decided that I would do the Sephora sale for the staple items, and then I would shop Coloured Raine for just some indie goodness into my collection. So let's get right into it. And a lot of air bubble pack, which is great. I think I'm going to go with the small stuff first and kind of crescendo to the bigger stuff. So let's go with some liners. I did pick up 2 liners from Coloured Raine, and one of them is in brown and the other one is in maroon. So I was going to compare the brown liner from Coloured Raine to the brown liner from Sephora. So if you want to see a compare and contrast, let me know if you're interested in that video. So I'm opening up these 2, and just leaving me a comment is all you need to do. All right, so I'm going to take out the brown and the maroon. I do like that the boxes are protecting the contents. And I do like the color too, because I can differentiate these from other liners that I have that tend to be brown or black, and these are very striking in that they're a peach color. So I'm going to just open both of them and do a little bit of a swatch. There. That was the most efficient swatch I've ever done. All right, so there we go. So you'll see a maroon on the bottom and then a brown on the top. And I wanted to just get 2 colors that weren't the typical colors that I would necessarily go for. And the maroon does look really interesting. I just wonder if it builds up pretty well. I'm just going to do another line on top. Yeah, it does build up. So that's quite nice for a kind of a lighter pinky or purpley option. That is a very good liner for me to consider as I'm doing a look. So I'm not unhappy with that. I just haven't been filming enough. If I'm stuttering a little bit, I think I'm just a little bit rusty. Yeah, more videos will help with that for sure. Okay, so I'm happy with those 2. And now I want to talk about 2 more liners, but these are lip liners. And one of them is called Decadent Lip Liner. Yes, it's called Decadent. And it's in a different kind of packaging compared to the liquid liners that we were just looking at. And oh, they are wrapped in plastic. Let's see how I can get these open. A code sticker and opening up this lip liner. So I'm just opening it up as such. And I think I can get through, yeah. There we go. Got that one open. And let's do both and then we'll do some swatches. I do appreciate that they're wrapped like this because you know for sure that nobody's been using them. Which is reassuring given it goes on the lips or the eyes for those two respective ones that I've shown you so far. Okay, opening this up and then we'll do swatches. It's always challenging to open up lip pencils. All right, let's see if I can get this done now. All right. There we go. Okay. That was kind of coming apart. Decadent, and this one is called Queen Tings. Cool. Queen Tings and Decadent. I think you can see the very different colors that are in the two. And let's do a swatch, as I promised. All right, so this one is Decadent. That's the first one I'm going to do. There we go. I just went over it twice. That's Decadent, this last one right here. And they are very, very smooth. I can see how this is going to be a nice lip liner. And then this is the second one, which is not Decadent. It is called, I just said it, Queen Tings. I'm just going to do a line here and show you. And so Decadent and Queen Tings for two lip liners. So I'm pretty happy with the two liquid liners and the two lip liners. I think I did a good job, at least for my taste. I did a good job on these. I know that I will use them, which is it's important when you buy makeup. You don't want it to just sit there unused, right? So I think these two are very good colors for lip liners. I'm probably going to use them up within a year, I bet you. And to go with the liners, of course, I got the matching lipsticks. So let me show you those. They are lovely packaging. I was quite delighted when I saw them. They're clear plastic, so you can very easily find your color. And they present really well. I really like the shade and the component itself. And it locks, by the way. So it'll go up and down, but when you completely twist on the bottom, you'll hear a click. Yeah, so it clicks in place. I love that. So there's this one in Sugar Rose. Beautiful. I should just do a swatch for you right away. Sugar Rose. That's a pretty color. So there's Sugar Rose. And putting it safely back into its container. This other one is called Lotus. And Lotus, yeah, it is called Lotus. And here is the color for Lotus. And it's a lot more rusty than the pink of the previous one. I just went over 3 times for both so that you can really see the color. And I do like this kind of terracotta, almost like terracotta, terracotta, but it's not too orange. So I think I'll like it. I was a little worried that it would be too orange, but it seems okay. It's not, it has enough brown in it that it will keep my interest. I don't like too orange of a lip color, and it looks fantastic on some people. For me, an orange lipstick, it just doesn't work. So I'm quite happy with this color. I was kind of doing one of these when I ordered it, and I think I'm gonna be fine. I don't like ordering something and then not using it, you know, so I really try to pick colors that I will be drawn to so that I get the most out of my makeup collection. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those two for sure. Okay, and now you know what's coming, right? Palettes. of course, palettes are coming. I have 4 of them, and we'll just dig right in. And I'll go with the smallest first to the biggest. So the 2 small ones that I have are the Botanical and the Rose Garden palettes, and they are, I think, 12 pan palettes, and they are they're beautifully curated, I will say. And I really feel like each one of these pairings, this way, and this way, they're pretty good pairings just as is. It's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, 3 immediate looks without even trying. And that really made me quite happy. The duo that I'm most kind of wondering about is these 2 colors. I think that is a pairing that I'm not super comfortable with, but I will try it. I will try it and see what happens. Of course, I can mix and match. I don't have to use the columns, but it is one that I'm curious about. Emerald Rose is very blingy, and it's a look that suits some people, but not everyone. And I'm just curious to know what it's going to look like on these peepers. So I will, I guess, find out when I do my first impressions for this palette. Now, very much similar theme is another one that is the kind of Botanical Gardens theme. And again, 6 pans. I do like the color story for this one a little bit more, and mostly because of the center column. These 2 shadows are very much my jam because they really play up green eyes, and that is what I have. I have green eyes. And so this is a beautiful, like, no-brainer pairing for green eyes. I like all of them. I think that this one is going to be quite a fetching color. Good combo here as well. And then this hydrangea has a little bit of brown in it, and so I think that it will go over really well, probably better than the other green in the other palette. So I do like this pairing here as well. So out of the 2, I would say, oh, I just gouged the hydrangea green with the corner of this this protector, so it didn't really protect very well. And so I am more partial to this one because the green is not quite as bold, and I find that with green eyes, a bold green just kind of takes away from the green eyes. And so I'm happy that this second Botanicals has a softer green. And I like the packaging. I like the fact that it has a sleeve. I will be less concerned if I want to take it with me if I am going to be away from home for a number of days. This kind of packaging makes me feel very comfortable. I don't feel like the palettes are going to be completely abused by the time I get back home. So I do really appreciate these sleeves. Now, something that is out of my comfort zone, like way out of my comfort zone, and I decided to try it anyway, is this palette that I don't often see pure blue palettes. And I thought, okay, you know, you wanna, Hélène, you want to stretch yourself, you want to try new things, you want to experiment. Well, here you go. So this is the experimentation palette. And I would say it has a very scary interior. And just take a look at the effect on the front. Just for the effect, it's so cool. And it seemed to me like a good timing with Halloween just having passed. I just enjoyed this palette tremendously. And here it is. So it has a mirror, and then it has the 12 shadows. And I think that there are still quite a number of combinations that don't need to be blue specific in this palette, which is nice. So it can be a little bit more versatile. This one is not exactly focused on blue, so you can do different kinds of looks. I quite like the range, and it's less shockingly blue than I thought it would be. So, I mean, there's one column here that is quite prominent. But apart from that, a lot of it is muted as grays or muted as like deep lilac-y purple. So I'm not unhappy at all with the curation of the palette, and I do like that most of the very bold colors, they're mattes. They're not shimmers. So you can really build a look without feeling like you're going to be just overwhelming the eye look because of the fact that blue can be a difficult color to get comfortable with. The mattes help just kind of anchor the look, and so I love the fact that there are 8 mattes in here. I think that that's pretty good. I think, is my math right? 8? Yeah, 8 mattes in here. I am looking forward to doing a bunch of looks with this one, definitely. I especially saying just with this palette, right? To not kind of hedge my bets by bringing in other palettes. I really want to experiment with this palette specifically. It kind of goes with my nail polish too, doesn't it? I really am enjoying this this color. This is a Sally Hansen that I got, believe it or not, from Superstore. So President's Choice Superstore in Canada. I got this nail polish for $6.99, and it's one of those big 15 ml Sally Hansen containers of nail polish, bottles of nail polish, and so I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a great color, in my opinion. I really quite enjoy it. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the last palette. And this palette is definitely not blue. It is quite a bit of earth tones. So we are going to go into this one. This is a palette that I have wanted for a long time, but because it was mostly neutrals, I just couldn't justify it. But when I decided to make a Coloured Raine specific purchase, which is going to be the only purchase for a while, apart from the Sephora sale, and if you want to see everything I got, now that the Sephora sale is over, I would do that. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see everything I picked up at the Sephora sale. If you are interested, I will film a video. All right, so we have this palette. Let me just show you what it looks like. It's a pretty significant size palette for Coloured Raine. Come on. There we go. I think it's 16. How many? 3 times 4, 12. 12. They're relatively spaced out. That's all right. Okay, so here is the palette. And it is a neutrals palette, but I have to say that this color right here has my attention. It's a beautiful, beautiful color, and it is called Big Boss Energy. I love it even more now that I see the name. It's really, really nice, and that is exactly the type of color that I would love from the inner lid to about 2/3 of the lid. I would be all over that. And then if I want something more natural looking, I would go for this one. But this is probably going to be my go-to shimmer in this palette. And then when I take a look at all the mattes, if we just look at the mattes, this is a very good color story. You can do a lot with 9 mattes like that. So I am very, very curious about what I can do with these mattes. I think that they're all solid colors, good colors. I do really like this color, which is why I got the maroon liner that I showed you right at the beginning of this video. And how nice is it to have a pure black as well? I hope that it is a deep, deep black. I would have liked a flat matte white, and there isn't. There's only the sparkly white at the top of the palette. I do like the name, though, of the sparkly white, which is Misunderstood. Ha ha ha. Good one. Actually, the names are pretty good. Misunderstood, Rebel with applause, not with a cause, but with applause. Big Boss Energy, I told you about that one already. The next row is Act Up, hashtag Moods, Temper Tantrum, which is the yellow, fits. I Do What I Want is the next one. What Rules, question mark, what rules? Big Girls Don't Cry, which is the brown. And then that kind of almost burgundy brown color, Grown Up Tings. And the second last one is called I'm Speaking. And finally, Who Gon Check Me? I love all these names. That's awesome. I love the fact that this palette, it is neutrals, but it is full of sass. So I will have fun just reading the names over and over as I use this palette. But Big Boss Energy, that's a great name. That's a great name. So this is the last of the palettes that I had to show you. So I had this one. I'm just going to put it back in its box. I don't need the box. I'll just chuck it. There we go. And then these, I will keep the sleeves. So these two, this one we just talked about. And then we also talked about the Thunder palette as well. So 4 palettes in total, and 2 lipsticks, 2 lip liners, and 2 of the markers. So the maroon and the brown. That is what I picked up from Coloured Raine. I'm very happy with this purchase. I think that it will give me an opportunity to play around with a whole lot more Coloured Raine. I have a bunch of Coloured Raine in my collection, but these are palettes that I don't have and that I wanted to discover and play with. So I am looking very much forward as I stack them. Very much looking forward to playing with those 4 palettes in upcoming videos, along with all the accessory items that will support finishing the looks with these palettes. Palettes are always my number one priority as far as how to build a look, and then of course the liners and lip liners and whatever else face products are supporting characters to these palettes. So I'm very excited. I am happy to have ordered again from an indie brand. I love having that opportunity whenever I can, and to show you some looks using palettes that are not as mainstream as what you might find in Sephora and other retailers. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Let me know what you think of the products I picked. Let me know if you have a favorite palette out of these 4 that you want to see me attack first. And with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.